Hey, what's going on? I'm Hollywood Pap, and this is Behind the Track. Now, this song right here is called Water Into Fire. Like I mentioned many times, like I have a DJ background, so I've been DJing for over 10 years. So this right here is like an Afrobeat type of song, and I've been listening to Afrobeat for over like 5 years. Like I was on that wave before a lot of people was. So when I first started making beats, I was like, yo, I'm really good at hip hop / trap music, R&B. I'm good at top 40. I'm good at reggaeton. But I never really tapped into like Afro beats and like reggae. So I was like, let me jump into that bag. So I made like 2 beats in this particular time. I made a reggae beat and an Afro beat. And I made the reggae one. I was like, this shit cool, let me push it aside. So when I came about trying to work on this Afrobeat one, I've been listening to Afrobeat for so long, I put in my mind like, when it comes to Afrobeat, the drums and everything like that, the most important thing. Drums and percussion are the most important things in every genre, but sometimes people like duck it down, this, that, and third. It's different science. But I know when it comes to Afrobeat, it's way more out there. So I had to put in my mind like, all right, when I approach a beat like this, I can't just treat it like a trap song. So I treated it like a Afrobeat song. So put the percussions and stuff like that and let it be known that that motherfucker there. And I didn't really care too much about the melody and shit like that. So I just dipped the melody down and made the percussions more out there. You feel me? Just giving more of the energy and stuff like that. I guess that's a secret I'm giving to y'all, but yeah, I can keep it. So came about that. I finally just made the beat. You know what I mean? Just the ideas and everything like that came to me, and I just made the beat. So boom, after I made the beat, I sat on it. I ain't think of making a track because at that time I wasn't like into like trying to make a song. I was worried about just more making beats and focus on like trap music. And then, so I shelved that shit. Then one day I'm in the booth, one day I'm in the studio, and then my brother's up there, and I'm just going through different songs, different projects, just letting me hear my shit. And then when I was going through tracks, I stumbled upon this beat again, and he heard it. He was like, whoa, what track was that? I was like, some old shit I did. He was like, oh, play that for me. I was listening. He's like, this shit fire. Like, yo, dog, send me this track. I'm like, yo, dog, it's only like 30 seconds. It's not even like really mapped out. He's like, dog, you sleeping on this track, bro. This shit right here is something. I was like, probably is. So he's like, nigga, me be on that shit. All right, say less. So he leaves. I get in the booth and just start freestyling. I came up with Water Into Fire. I just came up with the hook. And then the hook and the bridge. And after that, I was like, alright, it's cool, but I'm still not fucking with it. So I shelved it again. So then, now I bring it to 2020. This is when like the pandemic was like super serious. Like people were locked down. Like you couldn't really leave your house like that. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, I gotta complete like at least 2 songs a day. Like I can't go to sleep if I ain't complete 2 songs. So one day I was completing so many tracks for so many days. So one of these days I was just running out of tracks, and I was like, yo, I need one more track for me to go home if I could go to sleep. So I stumbled upon this song again, Water Into Fire. So I'm listening to it. I was like, oh shit, I already got a hook for this and a bridge. Like, nigga, all thing I do is just make 2 verses. I was like, yo, say less. So got into the booth, press record on that motherfucker, and I just recorded and freestyled the whole first verse and second verse, and then boom, here we got Water Into Fire.